Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Mass Effect Andromeda. We are coming right to the end of this one. I don't know exactly how long's left. This could be the finale of Act 1 of Andromeda for all I know, but I don't think it is. I think we are right at the end of it. There's our sister, laying there. Lazy. Overslept. Oh, didn't mean to get on the bed. Lazy, overslept at the beginning, and then did one level and is now asleep. So
The decision isn't yours.
Neither is it yours. That is the point, isn't it? Pathfinder, you're late.
I completed the game. I didn't think I was still working. Yeah, I can't get one day off.
Save the cluster, straight back to work. I get it.
It must seem like that, but this wouldn't be possible without you.
I know.
As outposts become colonies, the cluster needs its own voice, a true council.
And while I maintain that it is premature, we must nominate an interim ambassador to represent concerns outside the Nexus. Or rather, you must nominate someone.
Whoa. Okay, hang on. So, we're not nominating a council here. I agree, we do need a council, and then we need... Well, no, it's too early for that. It's way too early for that. Because right now, there's not enough planets for us to have individual planets. So, okay, I know there was a golden world for the Turians, but that's just a rock with no atmosphere. There's a golden world for the Asari, which I don't think we ever saw. Yeah, it's going to be too early because what you need is a council when everyone has their own planets, and you need a universal safe space, a Switzerland. You need a place like that, and that's when the council comes in with the Citadel or their own planet. But this is someone that is an intermediary between the Nexus and those that don't want to be on the Nexus, like the Exiles or the locals, which we kind of already have. We've got people that go in between. I mean, the Exiles, I'd probably want to put Sloane. So what is this position exactly?
Interim ambassador? To what and for who?
To the Nexus. The eventual goal was always a galactic council, but Meridian has accelerated concerns.
An ark has landed. The vaults may make outposts self-sufficient, and we can't claim to represent a sovereign Angara. An interim ambassador would represent concerns outside the Nexus, until elections when we can all step aside.
At the appropriate time.
Yeah, he's not going to want to step aside. Okay, I mean, there needs to be a vote. It's not just my decision.
If this person is supposed to represent people, shouldn't the people have a say?
That is precisely why we need your backing.
We can't impose a vote on the Angara. Or even Kadara. Eladin? Won't happen.
But you've acted for everyone. If you endorse a name, some may disagree, but they will trust it as a starting point.
Someone to speak for Helios.
I put forward Pathfinder Hager. I'd suggest you, but someone might think you killed the Archon to elevate yourself. We can't allow the appearance of that.
Oh, yeah.
But Hager keeps the position and the timeline in the Nexus family.
Okay, first of all, thank you. Yes, I clearly went after the Archon. Not to save the Angarans or the Ket, but because I wanted a promotion. Never mind the fact I got a promotion from work experience boy to Pathfinder in the first hour of the game. I like Hager. There's nothing against him at all, but Solarian voting Solarian, I get the feeling that really you should not... This should work like Eurovision. You shouldn't be able to vote for yourself. Your own country. Maybe an Angaran. The Moshai would be a fantastic choice. An outpost leader, Bradley. Yeah? Oh, no, not Bradley. He hates N7s. I have been repping N7 this entire game, and he had a go at me. So screw that guy. Hager would be good. There's nothing against him, but I think that's actually very well described. Stable. It'll patch a hole with a small leak. We could give the Krogan a voice. I love Krogan. I do love Krogan. However, their cutscenes are awful. So, based on that one cutscene, which was terrible, no Krogan allowed. They have their own place. They're the only group that actually has a Krogan-own area. Out of all that lot, I say the Moshai. We've already sort of got the Angarans on our side. The Moshai trusts us. We've got Jarl on our team. So, yeah, Moshai's no-brainer.
The Angara need to help define the process. It's their right. Plus, the Moshai would help solidify relations.
We're already partnered, thanks to your efforts against the Rokar.
Yeah.
All the more reason to focus on our own issues.
Oh, is that not good? Oh, we get to question each one. Right. I thought they were giving me an option of, are you sure you want to do that? Okay, we could give the Krogan a voice.
If we want stability, maybe we should ensure the Krogan stay. What if it was Morda?
You are out of your mind.
It's definitely unorthodox.
I love that no one supported it. It was just Kesh laughing in my face. I would have put Kesh above Morda, anyway. An outpost leader?
It feels like the original intent was to give that voice to the outposts. August Bradley's a proven leader.
On a considerably smaller scale.
Yeah.
Hard to fail with so much military support on Eos.
That is true. We did kind of put all of our guns on Eos, so it's like leading when you're the only guy in a room with a shotgun. Like, it's... yeah. Hager would be decent.
Meridian doesn't mean done. Cat are still out there. A Pathfinder is the obvious choice for stability. For us.
But hardly the empowering one.
Same old bullshit.
No, out of all of them, the Moshai. It just makes most sense. And it's the most honest decision. It gets people on our side because we're voting outside of who we are. It shows relations.
If we're going to treat Helios like a home, we need to acknowledge whose home it is.
Perfectly put.
I won't name anyone. I support asking the Moshai to act as interim ambassador.
Meridian's opening day, and we're surrendering how much influence?
That's the point, you colonial ward.
Shut up, Mrs. Coates, although I agree with you.
Sarah is feeling better?
Who?
Good. This decision,
sister.
the policy and protocol, that's not what your victory was about. There's more to life than this.
Oh, shut up, you mewling... What is it that Loki says to Scarlet Witch in Avengers? You mewling quim? Culing min? Something like that.
Integration of Hyperion systems is ongoing. Our SAM node will be accessible on return visits to Meridian.
Oh, she locked me out of a room. Okay. Fine.
Bradley has the numbers. Bell Scott, too. Prodromos can expand thanks to this.
Glad to hear it. Yeah, we're on the Ark, aren't we? We're not on Nexus. So, oh, hello. Hello there. I saved the galaxy. Probably. Darla Vas Hyperion. Darla Vas Hyperion. Turian... Not Turians. Quarians Asian? That's a Quarian name. Darla. Vas, which I think is on the, or living in, or Darla, whose home is, and then Hyperion. Who are you? And is that what Turians look like? What way do your knees bend?
We're all in the same boat.
Yes, I am just casually checking you out due to your name tag. Tell me about your Quarian ways.
Up straight, everyone. This is the guest of honor.
Like you have to tell anyone that.
Hunter, this is our opening. Let there be some sense of ceremony.
As I was about to say, hello, Pathfinder. I am Chief of Operations, Iora Pile.
Second Wave Placements Officer, Darla Vas Hyperion.
Hunter Carey, Reconstruction.
I love the sheer amount of accents we've got here. Because was it French, American, and Australian, I think. It's just like everyone has to come from a completely separate part of the world. We're going to get voice actors from the entire world here. Okay, cool. Placements officer.
Darla Voss Hyperion. Placements officer?
As our developments in the cluster grow more sophisticated, proper matching of sleeper and assignment will be vital. My mission is to ensure compatibility and fulfillment.
When are you changing your name to Vast Meridian?
Right.
I keep Vas Hyperion to honor the ship that brought us here, as my godparents would want.
Just saying we're staying.
Please forgive Hunter. He is an ass.
I want her. I want her to replace Cora. Oh, I fucking love her. Godparents were Quarians, so she named herself after the ship that brought her here. And now, ironically, just like her godparents, I'm hoping they survived, she gets to basically have a home planet now. She gets to step out on land. Chief Operations. What's your job around it?
Iora Pillay. You're in charge of Meridian?
That's a big statement. I will oversee the operations and establishment of our port. Exploration and study of the interesting substructure will be handled by Initiative R&D. I'm told that may take lifetimes. We'll ensure that we have them. That's what I trained for.
That is cool. So this was on... I can't remember what the name of the space station was, but this was originally docked on that space station where I died. Or where I started using the bleedy eye manipulatey thing. So, this is Remtech. It's remnant stuff. In theory, once Sam is integrated with this, we should understand what it actually does, because he'll have control. I'm hoping. Because if this is just a giant ball of ecosystem, we'll just drive it around the galaxy, fixing things. How's reconstruction going?
Hunter Kelly, can I get some clarification on reconstruction?
Don't be an ass.
Sure thing. I'm tasked with turning this once proud vessel into the future proud human capital.
It's more complicated than that.
No, it's a structural and organizational nightmare. Which is job security, which is perfect. Come back in a year. This'll be a galactic hub. You won't know where the Hyperion ends and Meridian begins.
Oh god. Is this going to be the Citadel? Just this floating ball of fauna. I mean, it's armoured from the outside, so technically, Cerberus won't fucking take it. I mean, it kind of works, I suppose. Depending on how armoured it is, we just drive it into planets.
This is the first I've heard of the term second wave.
It isn't literal. There have been several groups deployed for outposts. Second wave is about the staged evolution of the initiative.
First wave out of cryo, structural support and generalists. Food and fences. Second wave is organizational. Less generalists, more specialists.
More paperwork.
It's needed to rapidly advance. I'm not spending a generation on the range.
Okay, that Iora Pillay, I was wrong with French. I think that's an Indian accent. Which sounds more Indian than it did at the beginning, so it could be an American voice actress putting on a voice. But no, I think it's an Indian accent.
Sounds like Meridian is in good hands.
I can only read the reports of how you brought us this opportunity, but rest assured, we will not waste it.
Yes. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Aye, what they said.
Hunter, you're an ass. I want these three to be on my team. They need to be on the Tempest. I'm a Pathfinder. I should be able to make that request. Haha. Don't know what I'm doing.
We got a lot wrong on this trip, but they were right about Pathfinders.
I know. We're fabulous. Right, you, anything to say?
We got a lot wrong on this trip, but they were right about Pathfinders.
I know, I heard you. Shut. Look, they are just the epitome of snooty. You see, after I completed the trilogy, I went through and I started looking at more groups in depth and seeing posts and everything, and just seeing if I've misunderstood something or just got the general consensus of the masses. And my god, you people love Asari. I couldn't stand them. Like, I absolutely couldn't stand them until you mixed one with a Krogan and whatever Arya's dad was. But, oh, I can't stand Asari. Least favourite race. The Memorial.
Arc Hyperion, departed Milky Way 2185, arrived Andromeda 2819. Current status recorded as Meridian.
Well, narrator guy is getting work.
Please select a topic.
I love the narrator guy. Fairly certain it's AI, but yeah, you never know. It could be some guy sitting there. Memorial to the Lost.
Arc Hyperion has been declared a monument to those who lost their lives in service of the initiative. Special mention, Captain Nozomi Dunn. Her bravery ensured the viability of humanity in Andromeda. Her remains were committed to the stars. A plaque has been placed at the highest point of the Hyperion superstructure. It reads, "We turned our backs upon a dwindling star to chase a dawn beyond our childhood's end."
That is awesome. I like that. The fact they reference her because, in terms of main characters, we're actually kind of light on deaths. Bearing in mind that like, the last Mass Effect game I was playing was the third one, and there was just this growing wall of death. So we made it through, and it was just like, okay, yeah. No one's really died apart from right in the last level where Dunn crashed Meridian down. Crashed the Nexus into Meridian. Arc Hyperion into Meridian. Yeah, there's words. I know the names. Basically just smashed it down into the ground. Oh yeah, the Nexus isn't here at all, is it? The Nexus will still be in its own sort of place. Defense and landing. How did Dunn bring it down?
The Hyperion was shepherded to its resting place by a coalition of allies who stood as one against the Ket Archon. Pathfinder Scott Ryder spearheaded the defense, and remains assigned to Arc Hyperion despite its reclassification. Landing Day has been proposed as a cluster-wide holiday. Status, pending.
Bank holiday! Day off work. I did not spearhead the attack. I was in a little teeny tiny Micro Machines Hot Wheel car, and I was driving along while there was a fucking war going on above me, where Sloane came in to help, Bradley came in to help, everyone came in and started shooting down Ket ships, and I was there going doo -doo 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 -doo, driving along saying that this looks amazing. Hyperion decommissioning, so we're no longer a ship, we can't take off.
While decommissioned as a vessel, the superstructure silhouette of Arc Hyperion will be maintained in perpetuity. All internal structures are being adapted for sleeper deployment and future industrial and residential development. These internal structures have been designated as Port Meridian.
That's cool. Port Meridian, and just to let you know, Percy. Hello, over it. Coming in to see what I'm shouting at. Go away, you stupid dog. He wants to be famous. Well, who can blame him, mate? Right. Sod off. Meridian integration. How
The
do
transformation of Arc Hyperion into Port Meridian continues both above and below the surface. This includes the planned integration of Initiative and Remnant technologies, pending further research. Port Meridian is currently powered by repurposed Tantalus drive cores, which require the frequent discharge of static energy. This causes a unique visual phenomena during Meridian's night cycle that has been dubbed Aurora Meridiani.
Okay, this is showing my lack of knowledge, but I want to learn. Aurora Meridiani. I'm guessing that's the Latin for meridian, the Meridiani line. Aurora Borealis. What? Oh, no, hang on, I know this, because I've watched Loki. It's a character spoiler, but it's no story relevance whatsoever. There's a character in it called OB, who's called Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis, which is the snake-eating snake. I don't know. There's loose bits of knowledge flitting around. I just can't put it together to make a story. So, Aurora Borealis. Borealis means Scandinavia? Maybe? Anyway, log off. Goodbye. My lack of knowledge is going to get me ridiculed in comments. There's a lot of it I've been hiding. Hello, Suvi?
I'm looking forward to the future, our future. This is why I'm in the initiative.
Keep it professional, Suvi Light. Also, put your accent back on. Oh my god. Okay, it's not that much. So, interfacing long-term damage, reporting Dr. Harry Carlyle, assisting Dr. Lexi Tapero and Sam. The ability to activate remnant technology without the SAM is an amazing adaptation, but the Ryder siblings have worked that muscle very hard in a limited time. Sam reports that, at least in the Pathfinder's case, normal brain function has not been affected. However, we can observe scarring on the occipital lobe and hippocampus. Props for watching House numerous times, which tells me how to say these words. This fits with assumptions about remnant, RE, interocular transfer, and long-term memory. There are also stress markers throughout the corpus callosum, suggesting remnant activation requires some deviation from cooperative hemispheric function. I'm not going there in this report. That split brain business has always skeeved me out. Recommendations: ongoing monitoring of the Ryder siblings and restriction of remnant interfacing unless Sam assists. This was one hell of a Hail Mary and we all got lucky. Let's not push it. I mean, that is interesting. I am nowhere near intelligent enough to work out what that means. So, like, we only use one part of the brain rather than a link up between both sides. A deviation from cooperative hemispheric function. So yeah, basically it's just one side. So I'm guessing the logic part of our brain. Ooh, isn't it like one half logic, one half art? So if we said the art side is emotion, did our choices, because one side was like logic, emotion, professional, and casual, I think. So did our choices kind of determine what was going on there? If so, that was a really cool feature. Notes to shut Tan up. What did the Archon actually do? Big one. What did the Archon actually do, and will it kill us? Please summarize this in a form that Director Tan can easily digest. Explain it like I'm 5. I'd like him off my ass at our earliest convenience. We're examining everything, including the Archon's eye, his Omnitool equivalent. Many functions remain unknown and seem specific to exaltation, forwarded to Genetics R.E. Krogan. It appeared to allow the Archon to externally manipulate the SAM connection, but it's unclear how useful the Archon's own data will be. He clearly wasn't aware how difficult it would be to attempt to interface with Meridian. Despite observing the hemorrhaging the Pathfinder suffered while interfacing with far smaller remnant elements. The data from Sam suggests the Archon managed to poke some form of maintenance protocol. The remnant that he had summoned were enacting some form of corrupted cleaning behavior. The architect was itself in some sort of construction disrepair. As for Meridian's activation, that was not the Archon. The simplest analogy is that touching any system was akin to approaching a motion-detecting light. As soon as ships approached, Meridian began to transition out of dormancy. Okay. I do apologize for the yawning. Very long day at work concentrating on computers. Now I get to enjoy this. Unfortunately, lots and lots of reading and computers. So what they're saying basically is that the Archon was winging it. He was just absolutely winging it. Alternatively, he potentially had this Omnitool equivalent that allowed him to circumvent whatever issues we were having. Probably actually a bit of exaltation knowledge from another race put in. Let's say exalting the Rachni or Hanar, giving some sort of telepathy or some sort of way of the brain working that allows them to actually use this. What did the Archon actually do, and will it kill us? Could Meridian be weaponized? Yes, absolutely. Technically, anything can be weaponized if you throw it hard enough. No, do not say that to Tan. It's what I said. We're just going to drive it round with the council in, and if you don't pay your council taxes, then you're just going to have a planet rammed into you. We're getting into who are the Jardan and what did they intend territory. Signs point to Meridian being a life lab or seed world, and that includes aggressive terraforming through networked vaults. This could be dangerous. But while it is tempting to look at the purge state of vaults and wonder if that could be turned into a planet-wide event, we've seen no evidence of that capability. Do not send the below to Tan, not helpful. Some pedantic Some pedant says that ever since the 2037 outbreak on Earth, every military-run human lab has had protocols for emergency sterilization of facilities. Solarians have similar fail-safes. Again, in military facilities, has anyone asked whether the Meridian Sphere has connected vaults were considered civilian enterprises? We know that the Scourge was a weapon and that the Jardan were deliberately targeted, but we've no indication why. Seems like we'd want to know that. Right. So, at first, I thought, in the big battle, when we were taking the Scourge with us, when we said, hey, we've got this thing, and it's creating the Scourge, let's take it with us and kill them all. What I thought was that the Scourge was following something. Like, it's followed the remnant metal and was linking in. But it was actually it was like a billowing smoke pile that's still giving off stuff. The Scourge was a weapon the Jardan were deliberately targeted. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's not DNA-based targeting. Because it's a physical thing that's floating around and targeting things. I reckon it's material. That last couple of sentences, I think, support my guess that I think the Remnant are Geth. And I think the reason we don't know that is because there are no Quarians here. Quarians are going to be the Geth experts. If we had a Quarian medic, instead of Natalie Dormer that won't sleep with me, then we'd have probably like, hey, this is a Remnant, and people would be like, oh yeah, I'm working on Remnant, and then Quarian medic would be like, I've done some scans, and that is very Gethy. Okay, so analogy for those that have seen Quantumania, Ant-Man Quantumania, no real spoilers, kind of, but it's like the ants. The ants that become freaking awesome. You have the ants that get put into the quantum world, the Geth. You have the ants at the other end of the quantum bit at the end, the Remnant. I still reckon the Geth are the Jardan and the benefactors. Because if they figured out some sort of quantum entangling, technically it doesn't matter if you're in different, I was going to say continents, different galaxies, you can still communicate. Right, okay. Angara showing affinity. Useful. Status ongoing. We've already hosted multiple Angaran factional heads. Separate concerns have been logged for 2 of those. Panel Project and Aya 1. We're making liberal use of their expertise. It's possible that some of Meridian was designed for them to access. Yes, of course it would be. They were created by the Jardan. This is Remnant, which Jardan, Remnant could be the same thing. That is interesting. Yeah, so they can't, of course. Oh, okay. I should probably keep reading before I express opinions. But they've been no end of help with about adapting our technology to integrate somewhat into the Meridian power structure. The Angara welcome any access, and we're glad to host it. No doubt some of them are interested in their connection to the Jardan. It's jarring enough to have a creator, but one that was here only centuries ago, I'd be all over the place. Yeah, no, that's very fair. Who was that written by? We're not getting like a who it's by. Angaran showing affinity alert. Oh god. Speaker 1. The revelations on Havar are problematic. We've never encountered a species designed to pass information through their genetics, nor do we know the limits of this function. Speaker 2. If they retain information, can we access it? Maybe the Angara can. Remember how to work Meridian. Speaker 1. This isn't the right question. If they can retain information, can they also receive it? Receive instruction? Have they already? Well, that's just... You mean sleeper agents? Shut that off and wipe... Oh. Oh, okay, that's interesting. The only thing I'd say there is that the only experience we have with that genetic memory was on Haval with the Rokar guy that we... I still love that. We murdered all of his friends in front of him and then went, you can trust us. Hey, it's okay. So he picked up an item and remembered his past. Or he knew how to do something. But he still had his own opinions. Sleeper agents, I think they'd suddenly get given the information, but what they do with it is completely their thing, from what I've seen. Interfacing budgeting request. As of today, the Ryder siblings are still the only people able to directly interface with Remnant, and only the SAM connection allows the Pathfinder to do it without damage. It is a self-limiting adaptation, but there was a time when there was only one human biotic, and the mistake of the day was to say that she was the only one, rather than the first. This ability is demonstrably trainable. We must assume that, like biotics, it is something that can be assisted and will be spread in future. To avoid the violence of Subject White, and to avoid the mistakes of Bart training at Gagarin, we must begin preparations now. We live inside a machine that made by aliens we can't comprehend. The next person to control Remnant cannot be an accident. Welcome to New Zero. Let's be ready. Okay, I know that there are Mass Effect books and comics. I know that because there was apparently a whole red... I can't remember. The drug was red sand. I want to say Grayson. Like, there was a mention of Grayson, and I commented in a video saying, who the fuck's that? And somebody commented, I apologise, I can't remember who it is. Somebody commented saying that it was part of a Mass Effect comic. So there's obviously a whole lot of background stuff filling in gaps. I wonder if there's been a comic or a book about that. The very first human biotic. I mean, how would it have been created? It needed ESO. So it would have been like Hulk. Just gamma radiation, like ESO radiation that just bled into him. Okay, well, good news and bad news. The good news is you can lift people with your mind. You can destroy buildings. You can shockwave through objects. Bad news is you've got a week to live. But what a week. Subject White. I've never heard of that. But obviously is brain camp, what Caden said to us. Autopsy and handling, subject the Archon. Reporting exobiologist Dr. Viara Plina. Subject the Archon, species Ket, age unknown, cause of death. The jokes will cease. The cause of death is not Pathfinder. Yes, it is. That will officially be what I am known for. Cause of death, Pathfinder. That is the colloquial term for being electrocuted after you've plugged yourself into a planet. Okay? Anyone that does that has been killed by Pathfinder, and that is a fact now. That's done. I may be second wave and didn't see the fight, but there are no monsters in my morgue. This being will be afforded the respect of our profession, especially since the cause of death could have direct consequences. Should our Pathfinder continue to manipulate the Remnant, or others seek training in their use? While the structures of the kept brain are unknown in purpose and perhaps design, the damage to tissue is obvious. When the devices of Meridian were denied an external power source, they in part drew from the Archon's own augmentations. This repeated surge and transfer inflicted internal burns and, shockingly, lacerations. However, it is my opinion that these injuries, while severe, were survivable. I say this because I have personal history with treatment of biotics who have strained too far and damaged themselves. The fatal element here is different. The use of Remnant is not just a physical strain, it seems to draw some part of the mind into the manipulated element, a division on consciousness. I am in theoretical territory here, but this is my analysis. The Archon overextended his faculties within Meridian. When the Pathfinder took control of the power, the Archon was not just depowered, he was, for lack of a better term, severed from himself. I need more time with the Archon's remains and dedicated facilities, a full team. The study of this one could last lifetimes. Oh. Right. Okay. The previous one said that consulting with the Remnant, or manipulating the Remnant, does not use both sides of your brain. It uses one bit of your brain, one side of your brain. But the Archon plugged in, strained himself, and the machine took too much of his brain, in a way. Like, it severed his ability to control himself, in a way. Like, his brain power just went with... Depending on how magic-y and science fiction they want to be, is the Archon still alive, but inside Meridian? Is Meridian a living thing and learning? Is the Meridian Jardan? Is that its name? Is it Ego the planet, and this is just it? Right. Hello, Suvi 2. Wait, are you straight? Because if you're straight, then me and you... Well, I can replace Suvi with you. It's not homophobia.
This isn't what I expected. It's better.
Okay. So it's not homophobia. It's just me wanting to only have people that fancy me on my ship. It's narcissism, if anything else. And hello, Sloane Kelly.
If you're expecting a pat on the back, you're going to be disappointed.
That's fine. Let's hug it out. Come on, hug it out.
All right. I'll settle for a hug.
How does your crew stand you?
Some people find me endearing. Charming, even.
More like insufferable. But you do get results.
That was dangerously close to a pat on the back.
You're hearing things.
I mean, yeah, like, how does your crew stand you? Well, it's either me...
The last thing they said before Cryo was the Pathfinder will see us through. They weren't wrong.
Yeah, it was either me or it was going back...
All shipshape here.
And being with Tan. So, Cora. Hello.
Hey, Ryder. How's Sarah?
Much better.
Dead to the wall.
There might be 2 Ryders around soon. Imagine. The Hyperion's forming scientific teams. Gotta start studying what we have. I may have helped them organize.
Of course you did. I wonder what Asari techniques you've given them.
It's what you do. Meridian won't know what hit it.
And we should think about what's next. This is a new cradle for humanity. That's a big idea. Bigger than I'd imagined. So maybe building those teams was smart. Small steps to understand all this, until we're at the top of the mountain.
And seeing the next horizon.
Can't deny it. I'm game for more. With so much power in our hands, you think it'll be okay?
We need to be careful. 100% we need to be careful. Too much power in too short a time. Like, people are genuinely in danger of thinking this place is ours.
Small steps, like you said. There's no rush to figure all this out.
Right. If nothing else, Meridian gives us time. Whatever happens, you gave everyone an incredible gift. Nice job, Pathfinder.
I'm curious to know whether or not there will be...
What's new? What's new?
I'm curious enough as to whether there'll be Angara in the rest of the galaxy. So you've got the galaxy of Andromeda. We're in one little teeny tiny dot cluster. And there's Angaran in there, but there was spacefaring. Spacefaring, but no relays, which means the Reapers weren't here. And if the Reapers weren't here, then that means there has to have been a cycle of synthetics rising up and blowing up their creators, etc., etc. Because that was the whole point of the trilogy, was this is a cycle that never ends. Maybe it was left alone and the synthetics won and they were the remnant. And then they realized, oh wait, life is boring without people. Let's build them. We will call ourselves the Jardan. Moshai, hi, by the way, you're in charge of everything now.
Pathfinder. I'm told I'm about to get exceptionally busy.
And I did it without asking.
Which, given your health, is unwise.
We all gave of ourselves, Ephra. It was time. And as this ambassador, I will continue to do so.
The Angara deserve a voice, 100%. More than deserve a voice. They are equals. You know what, actually? I'd say, in terms of rights... it's difficult to try and explain this. In terms of rights, everyone very equal. In terms of power, they have half, and then each of the other races that have come here on the initiative have a section each until it creates half. You have more power than an individual race, however, I like to think we can work together.
I couldn't impose a voice on the Angara, temporary or not.
We've always had a voice. This just means your leaders have decided to listen.
I've told them to.
Also, don't assume my name brings universal approval. You know how varied our opinions can be. I can't speak for everyone, but I will gladly help create the system that does. Ansala Venjuri, Pathfinder. There is much yet to learn.
Keela Boshtet. It's... you don't need universal approval.
I don't
You
know
just
where to
need
start,
universal...
but I can. I don't care which world I'm on. It's all more than I hoped.
You just need universal respect. You can disagree.
Is your day good?
No, people keep interrupting me. I'm trying to monologue. People can, disagree with you but still respect you. That's what you need.
So this is how you all party, hmm? Pretty tame, but don't tell the host I said that.
I know.
Meridian is amazing, though. You accomplished the inconceivable. I'm grateful to be part of it.
I needed you. You are 100% as big a part of this as I am.
Couldn't have done it without you and the Resistance. But mostly you.
Mostly you.
That's kind. I'm glad I rose to meet your expectations. To think that when we met, the Angara and your initiative struggled to find trust.
The way we arrived on Aya was over the top. You know, uninvited and on fire.
Agreed.
Guess it worked out okay.
Ryder, the Angara will never forget how you saved the Moshai. But more than that, We'll never forget how you fought the Ket beside us. How we destroyed the Archon. Meridian is a new beginning for your people and mine. Together.
Happily ever after, 100%. And yet, when you think about it, actually, we did basically arrive by meteor.
It's like a fairy tale. Do you have those? Where everyone walks off into the sunset holding hands?
At a time like this, I think it's strange that you can't resist making a joke.
I can't, so. Jarl, our people... Actually, no, I can't.
Actually, I kind of like it.
Yeah, stop being so serious all the time, man. I don't want to be serious all the time.
It's overwhelming. I don't know where to start, but I can. I don't care which.
All's quiet.
Can I just say,
I hoped.
well done. This is probably the most intelligent layout of people to talk to. Because Jarl's a baby. Like, we love him. We absolutely adore him. He's innocent. He's been through hell. He found out his people, the Ket are not only his people, but also he was created. Which is now making me think that actually the Jardan were a different offset of Ket, who created the Angaran people, who would be perfection, and then some other Ket have come in and manipulated them. Anyway, we're going down every rabbit hole possible here. Yeah, anyway, they've started us off with Cora. No one wants to talk to Cora. We're down in the dumps. We don't like it. We're unhappy with Andromeda. Jarl brings us back up. Right after the heights of Jarl, we're back down again. We're back down again with Liam. But after we speak to Liam, it's all gold. It's all gold.
Scott, kept a seat for you.
Bit of a delay.
On your planet, that's not getting less weird. About time Meridian got a proper grand opening. We all need this. Heard Sarah woke up. How's she doing?
Healthy and difficult.
She'd be angry if I said anything but great. Which means... great.
Stubborn as hell. I hear it runs in the family.
No, it doesn't.
Hey, know who I just talked to? A second-wave technician, fresh out of cryo. Just had his first sunrise in Andromeda. He couldn't stop crying.
Just him?
Must be something going around. Maybe you're the carrier.
That's right, I'm
It's
diseased.
really feeling like home, you know? Finally. They haven't given you 5 minutes alone since the fight. Have you had a chance to let it sink in?
Cannot stop smiling.
Sometimes I just stare out the window, thinking, we did it. It's hard to believe.
I feel you. Just ground under our feet, knowing it's ours. I can't wait for more people to wake up. Enjoy it, Pathfinder Rider. Tomorrow, we're back on the job.
Will do. Thank you. Now, we're on to the people we like. Like this person.
Here.
Spec Ringy.
So glad you're up and around. I have important news for you.
There always is.
Yes, discoveries every day, but this is something we've been waiting for. Listen.
Quarian arc signal. Clarify.
What should I be hearing?
Immediately.
Sorry, Sam. Active filtering. Initiative Protocol Alpha Alpha to the screen.
Protocol what?
Processing.
Repeating. This is the Ark Kira. The situation is not under control. Note and avoid until further updates. Repeating.
Is that?
The Quarian Arc. And Elcor, Drell, Volus? Hanar, I think. That's some delicate business, putting Hanar in stasis. Point is, they're still out there. The Keelah wasn't destroyed.
Okay. I can't remember what the exact words are. Keelah means... Oh, is it for the homeworld? Keelah for the homeworld. Keelah for another world. Let's tell everyone! That's amazing!
That's fantastic news. We need to report this right away.
Sure, they sound in danger,
It's good news, but it bounced too many times to trace, and...
That's not a distress call. It's a warning to keep away from wherever they are.
Whatever's happening, they don't want to be found yet. We have to trust their Pathfinder.
All we can do is wait.
See, I have a running joke in
How's
this game,
things?
which is that I hate, I can't even remember his rank. It's just his surname, Coates. Because Anderson basically replaced me. Me and Anderson broke up in Mass Effect 3, and he replaced me as soon as I was gone with this douchebag Coates. That's why I call, if I remember her name, Addison. It's why I call her Coates, because she's just another person I don't like. Now, on the opposite side of Coates is Carl Rieger. The man, the myth, the mountain. I will do anything at all, to find out if their Pathfinder is Carl Rieger Jr. or something adjacent to Carl Rieger. Email terminal. A signal! Holy shit! Okay, calm down. There's something. It's been bounced who knows how many times and it's patchy as hell, but I know an ARC signature when I see it. ARC Keeler CI. It's out there. It's damaged or something. I put probes out, but with the Scourge, who knows where it is. I'm logging everything, and I mean everything. If a spitbug burps on EOS, I'm passing it. Because the worst thing, the signal isn't a distress call. It's a warning. There was a bit in Predators, I think, the one with Adrian Brody. And they captured one of them. And the Predators captured one and then made like a recording of their voice screaming out for help. And then left their dead body like lying there, but with that on it. And they said like it's a hunting tactic. You make a wounded noise to bring everyone to you so that you can capture the larger mass. What if the reason it's not a distress call is because they're wise to it and turned around and went, right, warning, just stay away. Like, get the hell away from us. We're drifting. We're all going to die. Trackers. This is an official complaint. Addison can stop the reports, but I know what I know. And the long-range scans show it. The resource deficit isn't some outlaws shooting up our ships. The reason they're all through and reporting no losses is because it's auto-enacted. Skimming. An emergency drop triggered by backdoor codes. The good director can swear up and down that no trackers were deployed, but they're out there and they'll be targeting whoever we work the hardest. Exogeo studies and planetary detection. Elise Morgana. The Scourge continues to defy our best efforts to see through it without costly physical force. Flying blind is not viable despite the continued reassurance that only remnant drive systems act as attractors to the charged energies within. Until we understand the full mechanism of this weapon, and we must remember that it is a weapon, we need other means of navigating it. Governor, she has been especially forthcoming in the weeks following the claiming of Meridian. We have received additional data about Scourge Eddies. Eddies? We've received additional data about Scourge Eddy that has allowed deeper scans. It has hinted at the reason why the Angara were reluctant to provide such information. Additional planetary systems and I presume additional Angaran colonies. I must repeat that it is only a hint and that I've assured she that my concerns are purely navigational, but given the aggression of even the remaining Ket, I can't fault her caution. So that Scourge has completely taken over the Angaran colonies. Thousands, millions dead even. Long-range comet studies. Daisy Sturges. As we wake more specialists and focus on traditional astronomical studies, we're tracking several unique phenomena throughout the cluster. The Scourge continues to mask long-range mapping, but in this case it's actually helped. We're tracking a group of comets with peculiar mass signatures, suggesting that they are exceptionally high in pure precious ores. In fact, Alphonse has nicknamed them the Precious Few. We don't have many ships with the speed to approach, but observations would be valuable in every sense. Is that another mission we got? We can go scan the Precious Few.
Hi, Ryder.
So much
Sid! I said. Hi, Vetra.
So, Tan says he's gonna let me stick around and help with the... Hey, Ryder.
Hey. Heard any gossip?
What's the word on the street?
Ryder saves the day, Pathfinder of the Century. You know, the usual.
Still?
Get used to it. They're gonna name things after you when you die. And probably even before. So we heading out again soon? Oh, she's all grown up, leaving home, doesn't need me anymore. That'll be the day. We'll handle my deals on this end while I'm gone.
Aw, sisterly collusion.
Seeing you two in cahoots makes me all misty.
You know this is your fault, right? Helping us along? Helios has really turned into the fresh start I wanted. In so many ways.
Good.
And now with Meridian, we're really going to make this place ours. I can't wait. You know where to find me when you're ready.
I can't help but feel that maybe you should probably get like a year off, because even though you came here for a fresh start, you're still not...
One day.
You've still not had time to just be a sister and chill out and... Oh no, I don't want to return to the Tempest. I have got my baby.
Not much happening. Kid.
Old man?
This place is something else.
It's a start.
It's just another starting line. Where we go from here is on us.
Well, damn, you were listening to me after all.
Through all the creaking of your old bones.
I sent out the Nakmor scouts. Nearly drowned me in reports until I pointed them at Tan. Told him to be extra wordy just for him.
He'll love that.
He wanted the job, he can have the reports. It's not over, you know. There'll be more Ket and whatever else is waiting out there.
I know there's going to be more Ket, because we're going to make more Ket, and if they've all dead, we're going to bring them back to life, because I need something to feed you.
I know, right? It's going to be so much fun.
Crazy kid. Fighting for all the right reasons.
Yeah, fun.
You're right, it'll be fun.
I love you, old man. Datapad. The Machine of Life. The Nexus Technical Record, Jardan Language Study, reporting Tigveland linguistics. We are beginning to suss out operational files, but identifying is different than understanding. Are we sure we should poke this thing? I'm starting to think even the Jardan were concerned by Meridian.
Even these Jardan were surprised at what they created.
It is not uncommon for a creator to be surpassed by their creation.
Couldn't anyone else have said that?
Okay, two things there. Either the Jardan didn't make Meridian, but instead found it and built upon it. The Meridian is their version of the... not Citadel. Shit, what is... what, oh, I can't remember what it's called. The giant gun thing. The railgun that I wanted in the trilogy. The thing that needed the thing that went into the thing. I'll remember it later on. Yeah, basically the whole thing we're building in Mass Effect 3.
You'll get no argument from me.
Does that mean that that's their version? And every race has sort of joined in and made it? Or is that their Geth? They're just one of the people that made it, and the Remnant killed them for it.
Ryder, enjoying the fruits of your labor? You deserve it.
Thanks, Callow.
The Tempest is getting some much-needed service. I thought I'd leave them to it.
Really?
But I wouldn't miss the big day. Meridian looks so different out of the cockpit. I think I understand better why you do what you do.
It's always something I felt guilty about. It's the whole thing with him and Gil, because they both have amazing points. But Callow was from nostalgia. And you can't rely on nostalgia when the leading bit of technology needs to be adapted on the fly. Your people made an amazing ship, but there was no way in hell that they could know what was here. So changes have to be made. But I like the fact that he's now getting out and letting people go through the ship, not worrying about it. I understand my job better than now as well, I think.
Finding Meridian crystallized a lot of things about being a Pathfinder.
I expect many around here are thinking about their own potential. I don't pretend to understand everything, but Meridian must have opened a lot of doors. Not all of them safe.
Yeah.
I want you to know that it'll be my privilege to keep flying you to them.
I need you, man. Like, it's not even a case of I want you. I need you.
I can't do this without a good pilot. Or a great pilot.
Joker was
How
busy.
about a pilot determined to help his friends? I've learned a lot from you, Ryder. And Gil. Though, please don't tell him that. Things will change now. But that's all right. Nothing's ever really lost.
Like, I'm glad we can be friends, even though I'm technically banging your rival.
Extended another 6 hours.
Ooh, Metagel. Finally, Metagel. Okay, this is where the body is.
Remember my time in
Heading
cryo?
groundside?
It's like I've been here before.
Peebleby.
Crazy.
Oh, good. You're here. Maybe the festivities can finally begin. Don't like sitting on my ass. Places to see, people to go. You know what I mean. Well, let's get this show on the road. Meridian looks great, but, you know, been there, done that.
You've been here 5 minutes.
We'll be here a lot. This place is the key to everything.
You're right. I love keys. They open all sorts of new things. Helios is changing, and will be for a long time. I'm just antsy. Don't want to miss a thing. There's so much more out there to learn and do.
I know. We've only just scratched the surface.
Hey, get your head out of the sky, Ryder. Enjoy the moment. We're here to celebrate, remember?
Pot calling kettle black, I'm afraid.
Look who's talking, Miss Basale.
Just keeping you on your toes. For now, you're right. The galaxy isn't going anywhere. Let's have some fun.
Like the power move of calling her Basale. Pelisandra Basale. Right, Suvi. Let's keep it professional. You've clearly been coming on to me this entire time.
Meridian, huh? I see it every day, and I'm still amazed. We're really starting to put down roots. It's wonderful. Did I tell you? The team's working with the Angara to set up a joint research body.
Nice. What about the Tempest?
We still need you on the ship.
I'm not giving up the Tempest, Ryder. I just also hope to be involved with the Angaran scientist. Us helping them helping us. Can you imagine what we could accomplish? I'm getting all misty just thinking about it.
So actually, what's interesting is that the Scourge altered the trajectory of Meridian. It's not going to be the only thing it altered the trajectory of. There could be lost planets. There could be just large ships that were moved. So we can use our tech to help the Angarans find ancient civilizations for them. Come on, when's the party? When are we getting down professionally?
Joint research body cooperation with the Angara? You're planning a party, right?
Of course. Nothing builds a team like a good whiskey and a laugh. You'd better show up, Ryder. We wouldn't be here if not for you.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Hey, for a wee drink, I'll happily come along.
Heading
Right.
groundside?
No, we're not heading groundside. We are dancing!
Hiya.
Hi. I'm just dancing. It's a party after all.
Ryder.
Lexi, Natalie Dormer. There's only one reason to get a Game of Thrones actress. There's only one reason to get Moriarty herself. Shit, that was actually a spoiler. I mean, a random person herself. Lexi.
Still standing?
Still standing.
Then I did my job. Somehow. Nothing more need be said.
Thank you.
There's one thing. Dr. Lexi Tapero, thank you.
Yeah, that did it. You jerk. Go on. I've a reputation to protect.
I feel like she wasn't massively explored.
Ryder.
Like, every single time we speak to her, it's like...
Pathfinder, thanks for the invite to the party.
I didn't organize anything.
Not this. Landing day. That was worth jumping galaxies.
What the fuck? It's just hike. Oh, God, okay, so there's coasters. What looks to be cans of tuna. A box. More cans, probably beans, sweet corn. And then just ring coal, which, as far as I'm concerned, is like gasoline. This is it. This is what I've been waiting for. Gil?
Hey, Scott.
Hey.
Heard from Jill. The procedure took. We're gonna be dads.
That's great.
So, what do you think of Mary for a girl or Dian for a boy?
Mary Dion, huh? Mary Dion? Is that your idea or Jill's?
Mine, of course. Pretty cool, right?
Gil, I love you. We're having babies together, and apparently Jill got some of my sperm. We'll talk about that later. That's fine. We'll talk about that later. I'm gonna have to say no to Mary and Dian.
Not exactly.
No.
Well, we got 9 months to figure it out. So, this is supposed to be a celebration, right? You getting used to any of this yet? Meridian? The dream becoming a reality?
Pinch me, I am absolutely dreaming.
It's a lot to take in. I'm still in the pinching myself phase.
Well, I'm sure everyone here would be happy to line up and give you a pinch. But so you know, I've got the Tempest topped out and ready. You want to blow this hot dog stand? Just say the word. Callow's out there somewhere, time one on. If we're really sneaky, he won't even notice we're gone.
Who's flying then? You?
Why the hell not? I'm a quick study. How hard can it be?
Ah, that's what I love about you, Gil. You hate one specific person for having an opinion, and just assume anything they can do, you can do. The thing I love about you, Gil, is your red flag.
Gil, do me a favor.
Anything.
Never change.
Don't ever change.
You like this outfit, huh? All right, I'll wear it forever.
How dare you make a joke of that? No, you should be wearing what I'm wearing.
So great to see you happy. Enjoy it as long as you like. You've earned this.
Honored to see you, Pathfinder.
Glad to have you.
A fantastic turn of fortune for the Hyperion. Perhaps one day the Partero can expect the same. In not quite so dramatic a fashion, hopefully.
Thank you for chatting. You weird fucking Solarian. Well, I think that's it. I think we've gone through everyone. That's been demolished. That's fine. So we did have a an exit strategy.
Good luck. Hiya.
Hello, PB.
Got a job for us?
I think that means we're leaving. To the Tempest. Is everyone coming back?
Leaving so soon?
Hi. I love the fact the Turians just don't have a Pathfinder. I've still got work to do, unfortunately.
I can't stop thinking of what I could be doing. How much is still out there?
I feel the same. It's a strange type of hunger that changes galaxies. I'm new to this role myself. The training didn't cover how to honor your peers. There's no protocol. Your father invented this role, but you defined it.
Our team is not about the initiative. Because we've got Jarl in it, we've got PB who doesn't care, we've got Drac who is effectively in exile, Liam and Cora don't count. We are not the initiative. Let us as a family just go exploring.
This is great and all, but it feels weird to be on a ship that isn't moving. We're explorers. There's more to see out there. Let's go find it.
One thing I will say is that you cannot fault the music on any Mass Effect game. You know, criticize Andromeda as much as you want. Soundtrack. There we go. The journey so far. Oh, it's the codex, not the journal. We'll have a look. We will have a look at the codex. So I have been told that apparently. So you have the codex here, which is like all the information you would want. This is about the Asari. But you also have the journey so far, which is all about the choices you make and their description of them. They summarize everything you've done up. So we're very interested to look through. I'm not going to do it today because I am so tired and concentrating on words on a small screen is going to kill me. However, what I will look at, priority ops. There are no priority ops. I am on shore leave. We are going to get these 3 done. Just those 3, nothing else. Everything on these, well, I'm pretty sure they can go do themselves. However, what we are going to do, first of all, is level up 10 points. Hell yes. Pistols. Was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Can't get both of these. So, pistol clip size. That'll do. Come out of that. Soldier. And then we're going to go biotics. And I think we might just be putting 4 into nothing. Just to... Let's bring up the passives. Just put points in it. Right. Well, level 49. Not bad. Maybe get level 50 after we do all the missions. Question is, do people have things to say?
Where to next?
Where we're needed.
Alright, but where's that?
I don't know.
We'll go wherever we're needed most.
And now you sound like a superhero. But not saying you aren't, of course.
Yeah.
And you're right. We're still needed out there. So what are we waiting for?
You to plot us a path.
Anything I can help with?
No, sort of.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, it sounds very good that you get back to things. Emails. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, okay. Should we work this way up? Good work. To Ryder from Cora, we secured Meridian, gave the Archon hell, and made the cluster bloom. No Huntress team could have done better. That's because of you. I'm proud to have been your second through all of this. You literally were not my second. Like, you weren't my third, fourth, fifth, or sixth. Like, throughout this entire thing, Drac, Vetra, and I'd say Drac, Vetra, and Jarl have been my seconds. And then closely followed by PB. And then everyone else just kind of is in the Maya swamp. Support staff on the Nexus, of course, do not count in that list. They're all right up there with me. But I'm glad you feel wanted. Little hiccup on Kadara to Ryder from Christmas Tate. Hey Pathfinder, minor problem here at the outpost. Probably nothing, but I might need you to look into it for me. Fair warning, little weird. I'll tell you more when you get here. For God's sake. Communication from Jarl. In case you haven't seen the reports, celebrations are breaking out on Aya and Haval. People are walking with a lightness to their steps, and there is even more laughter than usual. Recruitment for the Resistance has never been easier. On Vold, while the Keter are in disarray, we will take down their bases one by one until they are gone from the planet forever. People hope that one day the Vassal will be a thing of the past, and that all worlds will be like Aya. Change is coming for the Angara and the humans. We're lucky to have each other. At least that's what Ephra said. No, he really did. Ooh, for Ephra to do a U-turn like that. Good news! Dear Ryder, I thought you'd like to know that the science team has decided to name our first Helios Milky Way plant Hybrid after you. It's not exactly viable yet. About 90% of them die shortly after germination, like my dad. And those served tend to be sterile, but we're getting there. That's going into Irish there. Okay, I just read this over and it feels like it almost be taken as an insult, but I swear it's not. Thank you to Ryder from Vetra. Guess what? They want to name a gun after me. They might do one for everyone on the Pathfinder's crew. Can you imagine the lines?
You trying to be funny? Nix that.
I mean, I love that. Nix that. Sorry, I need to work on my one-liners, Vetra. I want a gun called... there you go. Okay, before we finish this game, we're making a gun called the Nix. We're going to nix that in the bud. I guess that kind of works. So much more to do. To Ryder from Leon. Things I wrote as we walked away from Meridian Control. This is the best sunlight I've ever had. No wonder I'm yawning. Goddamn, the Hyperion hit hard. But it's home now. Holy shit, all these people are home now. I'm going to walk this whole sphere. I wonder if there's fish. Can we make fish? We bought fish. What's in that star? I think I'm going to cry, and it's great. Tomorrow will be great. Let's go exploring. Instead of a list of media, there's just home as a header, and a bunch of blank entries to be filled in later. Ah, nostalgia. I'm really sorry for those that like Liam. He is... The biggest insult I can give him is he is Jacob. Once Jacob has already said everything he knows and is now just repeated Jacob. He's just blah, like generic male human 1. Don't let it go to your head. To Ryder, the Conqueror from PB. I know you've got a million things shining on you right now, so I'm here to take you off the pedestal. We are not done, Buster. There's a galaxy of secrets out there, and I'm gonna go get them, with or without you. You're cool. So lap up the praise, but do it quick and get your ass back into gear, Buster. PB. Interesting find to Ryder from Callow. Hello, Ryder. Liam found this on a Nexus message board and thought it might amuse you. Attached as a vintage watercolor-style painting of the Tempest grounded on Meridian, with Callow posing heroically in front of it in a scarf and old-fashioned fly goggles. What's it? Wait, there we go. That was more work than it was worth. For the 3 people that laughed at that, thank you. I didn't imagine anyone knew what I looked like. You're the famous one these days. It's rather fetching. Though if I can get a clean copy, maybe I'll put it up somewhere. 100%. 100% that's going up in every room. Something big. To Ryder from PB. No time to type. Come. Me. That's fair. You and Meridian. To Ryder from Kerry to Vessa. Hello, Ryder. Historic doesn't even begin to cover it. Meridian will have entire textbooks to itself. Any interview footage you can give me before things turn upside down again? Fine. Okay. Well, last bit. We're going to talk to each person once.
What can I do for you?
Oh, really? Your opinion on the others?
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Oh, if I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model, how power moves through the ship. But he forgot to lock his terminal, and we, for 2 days, poor O'Connell was
I'll let you
So does that mean that not everyone has something to say?
Hey there, what's new?
Funny you should ask. I need to know, if I had something really important to do, could I count on you to help, to come along?
100% I'm your ride and die bitch.
If it's as exciting as you make it sound.
It's pretty damned exciting. Thanks to my newly remnant augmented scanner, I'm onto something big. Hear that signal? Best I can tell, it's coming from a piece of raw remnant programming tech. A building block in an unused state. My eyes bulge thinking what we might be able to learn from it, or do with it. It's like a Rem Tech wildcard, the kind of mystery I live for. I have to get it. There's no time to waste, right?
Any implications?
What are the implications of this device, whatever it is?
At the very least, it'll strengthen our bridge to remnant technology. Even just getting closer data readings could help us break down remnant programming, use their tech more efficiently. I need to find it, like now. Well, now that now's gone, so now.
Was I getting nosebleeds because I didn't do this? It's like, oh yeah, if I find this bit, if you just do this one character's loyalty mission, then you get to use Remtech. But no, now you're brain dead.
Okay.
That's it? No preamble, no further interrogations, just okay? You're in?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yes! That your game means the world to me. Loading the coordinates into the galaxy map. Consider me primed and ready.
Well, I'm assuming your ex is going to be involved in this somehow. So, yeah.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
I don't think I do.
I hear Sarah's doing well.
She's healing. Not as fast as she'd like, of course.
Think how much we'll get done with 2 riders.
I can't wait to see Ephra's face when he learns there's another one.
Yeah. I'm great. Joel.
So? So? Isn't this the best time to be alive? Yeah, I've decided it is.
Or the best time to be awake, as the case may be.
No, awake and alive. Because if you weren't here, you'd be dead. Best time to be alive.
I guess. I'm not going to burst your bubble. You seem very happy about it, but I agree.
Yeah. Though I don't know how we top this feeling. For now, maybe we don't have to.
I can't top this feeling. Right. Do I have to stay strong and clear?
I'll see you later, Joel.
Stay strong and clear.
Like the look Ryder gives him of just... Really? Right. Come on, Cora. Hey.
Meridian, at last. There's still so much to do. For the Nexus, the Angara, but not today. Today, we get to feel good about winning.
See you later, Cora.
Stay safe.
Unclear. Right. Liam. Another movie day?
Pathfinder.
Oh, just nothing.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
Clearly the script writers, the developers, they're just like, no one's going to talk to Liam at this point. Alright, come on. To the people I care about.
A toast to the vanquished.
The Archon, face down, ass up.
So long, bone brain.
How about to Meridian?
To dreams and family.
To whatever's next. May it be beyond our imagination.
It's my toast, and it's to the vanquished.
Here then.
Speaking of face down, ass up, Gil, hey, how are you?
Hail the Archon Killer. Now think before you risk your neck like that again. Our future baby needs both of his or her daddies.
That's so fucking sweet. Baby kept me going.
I was thinking about our baby the whole time.
You've made Helios much safer for him. Or her. All of us, really.
I'll talk to you later, Gil.
I'll see you later.
Count on it.
Ah! So cute. Right. Drac.
That was a good win. I wonder what other kind of trouble we can get up to.
You never stop. But for a Krogan, I imagine it's like Spartan kind of thing. Like, you don't want to die of old age as a Krogan.
Always looking for the next fight, aren't you, old man?
Gotta admit, old habits die hard. And mine have had a long time to settle in.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
No worries, man. See you later, old man. Right. For the finale of this episode, Juan Vetranix.
Woke up today and thought, back to the search. And then I remembered, it's over. It's really over. We did it.
It's not the end.
Doesn't mean we can relax. There's still so much to do.
Really? And here I was thinking I'd quit. Maybe talk to a Nexus colonization expert. Get assigned to an outpost, start a farm or something. Who am I kidding? I love being on the ship. I'm staying here until you kick me off.
You know what's really interesting? Is if you were on this ship, because I'm thinking this from a full-time work perspective. If you were on this ship and you woke up one morning and were like, I don't feel good and I've worked a year straight, I'd really love some time off. Like, would you be allowed that? Like, Ryder just turn around and go, what? No, the galaxy's at risk. Get the fuck to work. You're coming out with me. Or is the medicine just so advanced now that anytime you feel down, you're just like, a pint of serotonin. Right, there we go. Let's get going.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
I want to know if there's holiday.
You know where to find me.
Is there a union? Do you have to pay credits to join the union? Is there anyone else? Oh, Lexi. And we'll talk to Sam. We'll end it off by talking to Sam. Changing out of this ridiculous outfit. Right.
Ready for more tests?
No.
Not again. Lexi, I'm fine.
Sit now, and I'll skip the blood work. Have you experienced any muscle spasms? Nosebleeds? Memory loss?
No, no, no.
No, but I feel a headache coming on.
Ha ha.
That's not what I said.
Comments like that used to get a rise out of you.
I know you too well now. Inhale. Exhale. You should know. Professor Herrick approached me about a transfer to the Nexus. Apparently, my research on Ket anatomy has been useful to the militia.
We're going to hold you back. It's a good opportunity.
You could continue your studies in a low-risk environment.
I turned him down. Truth is, I've discovered I do my best work in the field. And someone has to keep an eye on you.
PB hates you.
I'm lucky to have you here.
Yes, you are. But I'm pretty lucky too.
Okay, I can get on board with her if she's going to start developing a bit more personality, to be very rude. Even the one time we saw her like, oh god, Lexi's drinking in the bar, and it's like, yes, I bought a bottle of wine. I haven't touched it. Ryder, no one likes me. Oh, people like you. Okay, I'll see you on the ship. It's like, genuinely, I know there are time restraints on games. The only one, in my opinion, that didn't have a time restraint was Baldur's Gate 3, which I was an early access member of like 4 years prior. It just seems like if you're gonna get Natalie Dormer, and I can't remember his name, and I should have looked this up beforehand, Renly Baratheon, the guy that plays Gil. They're both Game of Thrones, Marjorie Tyrell, Renly Baratheon. If you're gonna get them online to play a game, you get them so many lines. You get so many different things. It can't be as bland as it has been. Lexi has been a non-starter throughout this whole thing. I love Gil. I think he's really well voiced. I think there's a lot of really cool scenes with him. I think it might, for him, it might just be my case of like, I want more, I want more, I want more. But genuinely think he was a very good romance. Right, so Angaran word of the day, Javegara. Javegara, plural, literally, the people closest to me/us, friends and mentors, as well as family members. Jarl. Vetra, good choice. Jarl, I thought so. Scheduled nomad maintenance from 7 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the morning. This crate needs a tune-up after everything it's been through. I'll blow the dust filters and retune the micro thruster array. Why is all your maintenance done at the crack of dawn, Liam? A no dawn in space? A, no dawn in space, and B, I'm usually awake at 4 a.m. We saved the cluster. Take a nap! I think that's fair. I mean, if I'm in bed next to him, then why is he getting up at 4 a.m.? Why isn't he getting me up at 4 a.m.? Maybe he got up at 4 a.m., got me up at 4 a.m., I was done by 4:02, and then he went to work. I think that's probably more likely. Champagne. Swiped a couple of bottles of champagne from Vortex. I figure if we want to toast Meridian properly, we should do it with the good stuff. It's chilling next to the coolant tanks. I'll fabricate some proper champagne flutes. Won't take long. You're blowing resources on that? Drink yours out of a coffee mug if you like. I want a proper clink to enjoy mine. Fair play, Suvi. That's the one time I will agree with Suvi and against Gil. You 3D print the shit out of those champagne flutes. Ah. One final check in our room. Let's check in on Boo, the space hamster. We got the email. Some good news. Write it from Drac.
Hey, kid. Hey, kid. Been thinking about how much time we've been through since I came aboard. We nailed Spender and the Archon, survived the whole mess of things. It's about time I let you in on a little secret. Something good. Meet me on the Nexus and don't tell anyone. Drac.
Clutch moment. Okay. My guess is clutch. Car. The clutch on a car. I would be both so angry and so happy if he turns around and goes, oh, by the way, we've been hiding away this Mako. And it is the original Mako from Mass Effect 1. Just, there you go. Controls, guns, and all. I would love that.
Hello, Scott. Through Meridian, I gained insight into the Jardan, creators of the Remnant and the Angara.
Yes, tell me
Meridian's
everything.
code accounts for incredible potential and infinite diversity. They weren't achieved. No creator would be content.
You think the Jardan might come back?
Unknown. They abandoned a great work, which you have reinterpreted. Against significant odds, you are home.
Right. It would be much, much easier to send Geth from the I can't remember what the galaxy's called, from Milky Way. There you go. So from the Milky Way, it would be so much easier to send Geth to Andromeda than it would to send humans to Andromeda. Assuming the same technology, the Geth would arrive there much sooner than us, the humanoids. The Jardan gave up. No creator would be content, etc. But the reason they were happy to let it go, it wasn't being abandoned. They knew the next lot of people had Geth within them. I will put money on it. There's Geth on this ship. There's Geth on the Nexus. Geth on the Ark. Meridian. Not Meridian. Fuck. Ark. Human. We did this together. You were an integral part of it, Sam.
Thanks. But what's a Pathfinder without their Sam?
Useless.
Two halves of a whole. In a brief time, you have suffered, triumphed, and grown. You are a new iteration of yourself, respected and recognized. I have lived it with you. I see why the unknown beckons, what it means to prevail against it. This is how one's humanity is grown. I am glad to know.
That's cool. Thanks, Sam. Nothing
Thanks,
more.
Sam. Nothing more.
There we go. That's cool. Okay, so he's still on our side. Oh. Vold, 80%. Haval, 82%. Well, it's gonna be rude if I don't get them up to 100%. Surely just doing some side missions on both. Okay, Douche Rider has been fun, but let's not. Shall we? This is what's known as Breakup Rider. He comes equipped with Ben and Jerry's ice cream in his hand and Avril Lavigne songs, which he cries to. This is Chad Rider. Chad Rider here is wearing leathers despite not owning a motorbike. And then you have Geography Teacher Rider. He wears a polo shirt with short sleeves. And he knows the right decorum. And then you have History Teacher Rider, which is exactly the same as Geography Teacher Rider, but with long sleeves, which makes him down with the kids. So naturally, out of those three, I'm gonna be. My God, I wish there were more. I wish the mods I downloaded worked. Let's go with Cool Rider, Easy Rider. Oh God, the color scheme. I wish there were more. I mean, that looks cool. That looks like a weird kind of. It looks like bisexual Iron Man, and I love it. I really do. So let's keep that. Let's go leather jacket. We're getting rid of Douche Rider. We've kept the colors. heading back up here. Okay, so we've got some missions to do. I don't know whether I'll be able to do them in
Well,
one.
Ryder does lead us to interesting places.
Think there's anywhere more interesting than Meridian?
If there is, we'll find it.
We will. So, oh wow, Meridian's actually in front of us. Just a giant golf ball. Sure, why not? So, next time we have got PB's loyalty mission. We've got to make the 100% viability of each planet. We've got 2 of them to do. And then I still want to do the allies and relationships mission. Oh, Drax sent a strange email asking you to meet him on the Nexus. He won't say why. He's going to give us a Mako. I'll put money on it. And then we've got to speak to Hager. And then we've got to speak to... find the origin of the signal in the Nalesh system. At least we're not speaking to Addison. But then we've got the loyalty mission. So basically these 4. And then we're just going to make sure that the planets are viable. And then we're done. And on to Dragon Age Origins. So, thank you very much for everyone watching. Hope you're having a fantastic week as usual. And all the best. And I will pull a funny face and...